guys, we're so glad you're joining us this month for another Grow With Me at ACPC workshop. This month is all about rhyming and phonological awareness. So we put a few things in your bag that you might want to explore. This is the first thing I'm going to tell you about. It's in a neat little box. We call these task boxes. And these are actually activities that we do at school with our kids. So we have made each one of you a task box. And if your child is already in school, you may be used to Heggerty. It's a program that we use at school. This is kind of like Heggerty, but it's mainly focusing right now on rhyming. Rhyming is a really good indicator on whether your child is going to be able to master reading successfully. So we want them to master rhyming and be able to pick up on that ending sound, that it sounds the same for each rhyming word, okay? So these are super simple task cards. It's going to tell you exactly what to do, exactly what to say. All you have to do is just read the directions. This one says, I'm going to say 2 words that rhyme. I want you to repeat them back to me. That's what you're going to tell your child. These are super quick and easy. They are a great idea to use at the dinner table, or if you're just sitting at the table with your kid or on the couch with your child. You can pick these up and flip through them. You can do 1 or 2 at a time. You can do however many you want at a time. There are several to choose from. We've got them in order for you. And what I would typically do is after I use one, I put it in the back just so I know that I've already used that card. And then you can start back over at the beginning. So you're going to say frog, log, both end with og, and your child's going to repeat you. Frog, log. And then you say pat, mat. Your child says pat, mat. Super easy. Then you follow up with, hey, both of those end with at. Mat, pat. They both end with at. So that helps them to pick up on that rhyming sound and to be able to hear it. Now, when you get on back to the yellow cards, it says I'm going to show you a picture of 2 words that rhyme, and you're going to repeat those words back to me. So you have a task card for that, and it's going to simply be like cab, tab. And they're going to be able to visually see that and then say it back to you. Sometimes it makes it easier when a child is able to see a picture. They're also going to be able to pick up on the 2 letters at the end are the same. So that is a great visual for them to realize that 2 letters at the end are always going to be the words that rhyme. So we've got those nice and neatly in a task box card for you, and they are ready to go. Then we also have an erase a rhyme game. So on the erase a rhyme game, it is going to give you directions, and then it's going to tell you how to play the game. Okay, super easy. We had given you a dry erase sleeve a while back, so you're going to use that with a marker and just some type of little eraser. So I'm going to grab my eraser, and it's going to be like this. You're going to say, why is there a bear in a chair sitting in my, and they're going to find a body part that rhymes with chair. Okay, so you're going to say it again. Why is there a bear in a chair sitting in my, and they're going to be able to point out hair. And then they're going to be able to take their eraser or whatever they have, tissue, cloth, whatever, and they're going to be able to erase the hair. The goal is to be able to erase the whole person. So the next one may be, I think that bug just might land right in my hand, and they're going to be able to erase a hand. Okay, so you're going to play it until they are able to erase the whole body part. Now, sometimes you might want to emphasize the word that's going to rhyme with what you're wanting them to erase. So, for example, get the hose and clean out my nose. That's right. So you may have to give them a visual or really point out the word that's going to rhyme, okay? And they're just going to erase that. Now, another game that you can play, this is not in your bag, but I went ahead and drew it on the back just so I could talk about it. This is also another game called Erase a Rhyme. You are going to draw a couple pictures, and I'm just going to tell you, I tell my kids at school, I am not an artist, but I try my best, and that's all that matters. So, we've got a cat, mat, and a hat. And I just realized I drew 3 pictures that rhyme. I aimed to draw one that didn't rhyme. But what you're going to do, you're going to get the idea. You're going to draw a couple pictures. Usually pick out 1 or 2 that rhyme and 1 or 2 that doesn't rhyme. and they're going to pick out the ones that rhyme. So they're going to obviously erase 2 that rhyme. They can erase hat or mat and hat. Let's pretend like that's a dog. Okay, so obviously that's not going to be the one that rhymes. It's a super easy, quick game. They can draw if they want to, or you can draw it. Totally up to you. Sometimes the kids like to draw it themselves. Another thing that we have is rhyming boxes. These are actually little rhyming houses, and they look like this. So it's going to give the rhyming word on the front, and it's going to give you clues on the back to what goes inside. They can put the rhyming word in here, and then the back they can open up and pop it out. So each child has 2 houses. For example, this one is a bug and a bed, and they have to use these little cards to figure out which one goes in which house. So bread, does it go in bug or bed? Ed, and they're looking for the ending sound the same. So we're going to put the bread with bed. Then we've got rug, and they're going to be able to have to pick out which one it goes in. If they need a little help at the beginning, they can look on the back, and then they just stick them in there. So those are things that they need to sort. It's a great sorting game as well. Picking out that rhyming sound, the ending sound sounds the same. You have a book in your back. You either have the Wonky Donkey or I think it's the Granny Donkey or the Dinky Donkey. They're all in the same series, but they all rhyme, and they're super sweet, cute little books. We wanted to put a puppet with your book today, so your child can color their donkey, their Wonky Donkey, and they can use the popsicle stick and cut it out and then stick it on there, and it's going to make a puppet, and they can relive the story and tell you all about it again after you read it to them. One last thing that we have in your bag today is a rhyming puzzle game. All they're going to do is simply put the 2 words that rhyme together, and on the back it's going to have the actual word. So point out to the back of the puzzle that the ending letters are going to be the same. Okay, and that is all that we have in your bag for this month. Next month is going to be our summer. It's going to be the last workshop that we have, and we're going to give you some summer tools, fun things for your kids to do in the summer. We're going to give you a summer workbook and kind of a guideline overview of what to expect in kindergarten. We can't wait, and we'll see you then. Thanks so much.